Bless the Lord, oh my soul. All within me bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul. Forget not all his benefits. He forgives all your sin. He heals all your brokenness. He redeems your life from the pit. Crowns you with mercy, crowns you with love. Slow to anger, rich in love.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to today's live stream. We are at the opening bell. I sent a message out saying that this day and all of next week we'll be starting our live streams a little bit later here. So this is hello at the opening bell. I said 8:30, but it's 8:30 here, 9:30 for the opening bell. With that being said, we're not going to waste much time with the pleasantries. We're going to get right into it. Let me get a little situated here, and then we will rock and roll. Good morning, everyone. Natalie, RMP, Jason, Wawa, Yam, good morning. Ghost, Word of God, good morning. Sully, Eric, Shat, good morning. Caxton, how are you doing? Good morning. Well, today is Friday. It's the end of the week, so we want to take a look at the higher time frame and pull everything together here. So we're sitting on the daily right now. We're going to start by taking a look at there. Give me a second, folks. We're going to wait for this 15-minute candle to close, see if it runs Asia low. But we've had a lot of drop in here lately. We want to see if that wants to continue, which it would continue our market maker sell model that we've been in. Morning. Good to find a non-chaotic live trading on YouTube. Well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Okay. Almost done. Sorry, I'm trying to get I had to reset my my copier, so it's taken a few seconds longer. All right, I think I'm officially done. All right. We have all that set up now. All right, that was boring. I'd be like, what is this fool doing? Did it get me set up here? Okay, perfect. Today is going to be a pretty light trading day, meaning 1 micro, waiting for solid setups. I did a request for withdrawal yesterday. And anytime I do that, I like to make sure it goes through. So usually the following day, psychologically, it's a lighter day. So here's the thing that I want to pay attention to. So the market has given us the distribution phase, or gave us the stage 2 distribution right here. So I think this is where we're going to see probably a drop right here. I want to see price run down to the 4-hour low. That's what I'm interested in. If we don't get it, it's possible we get a retracement to London high and then we see it. And you can see that it's only ran quickly for one portion of the day. And so we want to try to capture that. If we jump up to the daily here, we can see that there's a good chance today might be the day we break through and close beneath this daily fair value gap. We've already tapped this daily fair value gap again, and it looks like we're probably going to drop through that daily fair value gap. From a weekly perspective, we have this right here. You could consider the Friday, thank God it's Friday model, which is a retracement of 20% to the low, from the low. So meaning we could end up somewhere around 29,500. That's possible. We can keep that in mind. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we don't have any more fair value gaps, and we'll see if this 4-hour fair value gap closes beneath it. If this does right here, then we're probably going to run for this low at some point. I would assume some point soon. So that is the 4-hour, and everything else has been mitigated here, except there. We're not going to reach that. There's no hourly fair value gaps here, so we have to look left. If we look left, we have not had the hourly close below yet. We'll get that at 10 o'clock. And then beneath that is just swing lows. So if the 10 o'clock close is probably going to be a big level for us to determine how price is going to move today. Dropping down to the 15-minute, you can see we have a sweep of liquidity right at 9:30, and then it looks like we're going to close below. We'll see in the next 3 minutes this up close candle, which makes this here's our order block, and this is our proportion block. Proportion block means that the following candle or two can be pretty explosive. If it's not explosive, then it's not a proportion block. That's just how you know. Those are the factors. So we'll know here in the next 15 minutes if we close below the daily, or excuse me, the 4-hour and the hourly. We have equal highs. Meh, not really. I'm not going to put much weight into well, actually, I take that back. Let's see. On that 15-minute, there is a 15-minute fair value gap that was tagged based on the volume imbalance, but not on anything else. All right. Did that get tagged there, right there? Yep, that was tagged. You guys see that right there? This is a 15-minute SIBI. And do you see how it went into it already? Okay, so that is enough if it wants to go. It already went and ran some of these lows right here, so it could certainly come back up and do something like that. But we have a lot. We would have to get through this 15-minute right there. And I'm partial on shorts, but you can see that we've lost all of that. Do you see that? How we lost all that? Dang. See, we didn't miss nothing with me sitting here in silence for 15 minutes. You wouldn't have wanted to trade that anyway. Single micro. Bada bing, bada boom. 15-minute here. We have 9:30 there. 5-minute has been mitigated right here. Can 15-minute candles closing in 10 seconds. Are we going to close above or below this? 9:30. If we close above, that's ridiculous. I would highly not expect that. All right, so that tells me probably lower. Internal sweep, 930 tag. We have an inversion right here. Do we have an inversion on the 2-minute? Not quite. There's a fair value gap here. We don't want to take that as our inversion. It's larger. Oh, I don't think they're buying everything on sale. Oh, wow. I'm going to try this. And it's not being copied. Oh, I didn't select it. Well, that's probably a good thing. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna try this short right here. Be a small stop if we go out here. This was an inversion off the sweep, off of 930. Wanted to see if it plays out here. Tag off of a 15-minute. Target will be Asia lows. Oh, give me a break. Break that low. I can see it's breaking this high right here and getting stopped out. They're making equal highs that I don't like. Come on, break that low. All right, there we go. Come on, right here. It has to be here. If I can't get it here, I might call it. It needs to break this that previous swing low. We gotta push it. Oh, come on. One minute left. 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the 5-minute candle. And what do we got on the 15? All right, 5 minutes left on the 6-minute. This could be a big it could be a big down close candle if we survive. I'm going for trying to survive. Come on. $40 seconds left on the 5-minute. I really want it to be a black candle. 30 seconds. Am I on the wrong side? Dang it. Probably going to push right through here. Holy cow. The ultimate consolidation. Don't meddle in the middle. Just let the trade play. If it stops you out at your target, or it stops you out at your stop loss, it stops you out. If it doesn't, well, then you're still in it, right? But this is where I think I'm probably going to get stopped. All right, probably going to get slapped here. Yeah. All right, stopped out there. I finally decided. Dang it. It's all right. That wasn't an unreasonable read. It wasn't an unreasonable read. Relatively equal highs. If we get a retracement into here, I will take it to there. But it has to give it to me. That make triple equal, relatively equal highs. It did sweep it barely, but you know, not by much. That would also give me a breaker right here. Good afternoon. From Portugal, welcome. Right now we're waiting to see if we can get a retracement to participate in the short long to London high. I was on the wrong side of this move, assuming we were going to get the Asia low. I took the inversion after we retraced, and we were in consolidation for about 10 minutes, and then we busted out that in the opposite direction. I was hoping we were going to be on the right side. Hello, good morning. Yeah, I really liked that inversion that I took. I did. We tapped midnight open and New York open right there and got an inversion with a London Asia low target with a market maker sell model in the background. So I don't regret trying to take that trade at all. That was in my opinion, a solid opportunity. Might try this retracement right here. That just hit here. Fair value gap. London high. Sitting at 563. And if it fails this fair value gap, I'll be out. ES hasn't hit London high yet. We get good displacement out of consolidation. ES is just under London high here. See if we can get the push. ES just hit it. Come on, let's follow through. Let's finish. Stinking ES. Okay, target one hit. I'm gonna give it stops at break even for the rest. I'm gonna see if it wants to push just a little bit more here. I'm done. That put me in the green by $75. Put me in the green by $75. Nothing special, but we recovered our loss. the reason I decided to sell is I think we're going lower. I really do. I think we're in a market maker sell model, and I could be completely and utterly wrong, but I don't want to find out. I don't want to find out. I'd rather sell and, well, I mean, if there's another opportunity, I'll take it. But end on a green note, end with a positive mental state going into the weekend. And I'm okay taking small wins. And like I said, I took a request for a payout yesterday, and anytime I do that, I like to just take it easy. You know what I'm saying? Not really push the envelope. I have some crypto, but that's not my primary interest. Way to go, Kay. Goal is met. I like to hear that. So what we played is not one of my two primary models. It's a continuation model, okay? And the continuation model that it's not a primary model of mine, but it goes like this. Consolidation, displacement and expansion, unwillingness to go back down into the first fair value gap, which creates a breakaway gap. We get a secondary expansion followed by a retracement into that fair value gap. That right there is the area of interest to take for an obvious target. Usually that first explosive move, if there's followed by a second explosive move, that usually means this is a breakaway gap. It's not going to come down into it. This one's going to hold, and if it doesn't, then it's complete reversing, and you want to get out if that breaks. Yeah, Rob Glow, are you still here? Oh, man. Sorry, Kyle. Okay, so Rob, your statement, unless you can give me a really, really good reason, I want to learn to trade crypto since it's so volatile and never closes, tells me, one, that you're brand new. I mean, I already knew that from your statement, but that you have no idea what you're saying. Unless you can give me a really, really good reason, and that no idea means there's a very, very big likelihood that there's going to be a lot of money lost in the process. When I hear new traders say never closes, volatility, I want to be profitable in a few months, I need a better strategy, I try to trade all major sessions, New York, Asia, London. Those are like trigger words for me that tells me you have no idea. And if you don't get the right perspective and get the right advice on direction and actually follow it, it could result in a lot of lost money. Market maker sell model? Sure. Market maker sell model and market maker buy models are a way to look at the market through a lens. The lens looks like this. Consolidation, This is a market maker sell model. Expansion, accumulation, expansion, smart money reversal, stage 1 distribution, stage 2 distribution, completion of the market maker sell model. Consolidation, reaccumulation, smart money reversal, stage 1 distribution, stage 2 distribution. And if you can look at these, where they're at, and you can identify this in the chart, you can almost predict where price is going to go again. The only one that can be fickle is stage 2 distribution. Why? Here is our accumulation stage right here. And the end of stage 2 distribution is when it sweeps the original accumulation. If we're in a bullish market, instead of hitting this low, it will actually continue higher. So it would look like that. So let's look at this here. Can you see what I just drew out? The answer is yes. Here's our original accumulation or a consolidation, reaccumulation. We have a high. We thought this was a smart money reversal right here. Stop short, decide to give us another go, and then we have another smart money reversal here. This is our this is stage 1 distribution right here. And so what I was looking at is that this was going to be our stage 2 distribution for a low. Now it could run this high and still accomplish that. But this is what we're looking at. This is a market maker sell model. Give me a second, folks. So does that make sense, what we are looking at as far as a market maker sell model? The market maker buy model is the exact same thing in reverse. It's the exact same thing. So you could take this, and I don't even think I can reverse it or flip it. Yeah, I can't. It's just flip this on its head, and that's a market maker buy model. So that same idea on a higher time frame can also be done on a lower time frame. So let's Look at this in that context. Consolidation, accumulation, reaccumulation, potential smart money reversal. If we get that settle right here and it comes back up into a breaker after hitting a key level, maybe it wants to run this low resistance liquidity with a target on the bottom inside of the larger market maker sell model context. We want to run back down lower. Do you see what I'm saying? So you can see a market maker sell models in a higher context and in a lower context. Okay? All of that is very possible. Futures seem riskier than crypto. Well, I can't speak directly to crypto. But if you manage your risk appropriately and you don't gamble and you trade with risk management, it's really not. We're only trading with 1 micro. If you don't like that, go to ES. ES is less volatile normally. I mean, this is insane. 40 points. But it doesn't, for 1 micro, you would be fine. You would be absolutely fine. With an Apex, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, Lucid account. Now, I most certainly could be wrong about crypto because I don't trade crypto. I've invested in it. This looks really good here for that. I'm just waiting for the market to shift. Did we sweep that high? Oh, we did. And guess what time it swept it? That means we have a 4-hour sweep of liquidity, right? Right here, London high, 4-hour candle from 2 a.m. was swept. We'll see if that stays inside of the remaining 4-hour fair value gap unmitigated. We do have a new day opening gap up here if it wants to really get going up there. But this right here is my tall tale sign or telltale sign that we want to go lower. And everything we do here is just grabbing more liquidity, more liquidity, more liquidity before it runs lower. That's how I want to treat it. I'm not on the hit all-time highs right now. I could be wrong. I've been wrong dozens of times, but this is how I create my biases and figure out what I want. Have I heard of Funded Next prop firms? Well, it is on my screen. Funded Next is one of the first ones that pop up right there. Let's see. There's Lucid Trading. There's Apex, Tradeify, Funded Next. There it is. Yeah, I've heard of Funded Next. I like their product. I don't like their customer service. They went from one extreme to the other. Before they weren't helpful at all. Then they gave me a new support guy, and then he was extremely helpful, but has been demanding so much from me, and I'm just like, no. He's like, when are you going to make a video? Are you going to make a video about Funded Next? When's that video coming out? When's the video coming out? Next week? When's the video coming out? I need to speak with you about our new product. Can I speak with you about our new product? Can I talk to you about the new product? Like, unrelenting. Just like, I don't work that way. I don't. Now, the only thing that I would say maybe we want to go higher is we have officially found support at that 4 hour. And we found support at that 4 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles here on the 4 hour time frame. That's notable. That's very notable. I think when I look at crypto, I think as the wild, wild west. And I look at futures as a mature gentleman's club. Not in the perverse way, but like, you know, this is tie and suit type of gentleman's club. Come in, have a cigar, play cards, that type of thing. More James Bondish. Very, there's a way of doing things. That's how I see futures. There's a way the market moves, and we have a language for it. We can predict how it's going to how it's going to engage, or how it's going to move, generally speaking. I haven't spent enough time on crypto to really know that, but I can tell you that the social media side of things causes major pumps and major dips. And you don't need volatility. I mean, geez, 50 points. 50 points is $100 with one micro. 50 points with a mini is $1,000. Multiply that across 10 accounts. You're looking at more than enough income from trading, just trading one micro on 10 accounts. Yeah, I mean, I have XRP, and I've been extremely disappointed in them. We've gone from highs of $3 to just sitting above $1. Same thing happened with ADA. Same thing happened with ADA. The promise of ADA doing the same thing in African countries. Same thing. Literally a repeat of what happened with ADA. And it's down to 15 cents. It was over $3. They're cool projects. I like the idea, but it's not. I think they're being used for manipulation and grabbing people's money. Get rich quick. You can make, I mean, if you're in it when it pumps, then you win. If you have, you only get a certain number of 50% offs, and then after that it goes down to 40%. You can do Take Profit Trader, you can do Tradeify. Both are phenomenal. I mean, all of these are phenomenal. I would grab one, whichever one you want to try, and see how you like it. Honestly, I mean, they're all great. I like trading all of them. Full disclosure, the only one I personally don't have is the one on the screen right now, Bullinox. Well, it just went off. Bullinox is one that I don't trade. I have it here because people in different parts of the world may not be able to use Apex, and they want something really cheap and inexpensive. There isn't a better deal than Bullinox. It's dirt cheap. There is no monthly contract, Kyle. Both Tradify and Lucid, it's a one-time fee. The only one that does monthly subscription right now, and I anticipate them removing it, give it time, is Take Profit Trader. Take Profit Trader has a monthly subscription. If you don't pass your account in 30 days, they'll renew it at the undiscounted price. So it shouldn't take you more than 30 days to pass it. If you don't feel confident in that, then Take Profit Trader isn't the option for you. You need to go to Take Profit Trader or Lucid. Take Profit Trader is my preferred account because, for example, in the past 3 days, I've accumulated over $1,000 in my Take Profit Trader accounts. Well, I like the idea of being able to withdraw that anytime I want. That is the best value, is I can make money today, I can make $400 today, and I can have it in my account tomorrow. There's not another company that has that value, in my opinion, and doesn't put a cap on it. You can make $4,000 in a day on Take Profit Trader and withdraw it the next day. There's not another company that does it. Yeah. There's no restrictions on their. There's no restrictions. There's no what's the word? 50% rule. What's the word I'm looking for? There's no consistency rule. Consistency rule is not a big deal if you're trading one micro, which is what I do. But for those gamblers out there that, hey, this is it, I want to full port this sucker on my funded account, Take Profit Trader is where you do it, because you can withdraw that money the next day. There's zero restrictions on it, on their fundeds. Now they have a trailing drawdown on their fundeds. That's the kicker on that. That's what keeps people from YOLOing their funded accounts, because if they over leverage to go long and it goes down $2,000, you're done. Well, I'm glad I sold when I did, for the most part. I'm not on the same page there, my Kyle. If we close below this level, I'm full porting to Asia lows. Just kidding. I would consider taking a short though. Okay, Rob. I mean, you can do it. The thing is you have to do it the right way, in my opinion. I, in my journey, lost over $30,000 in roughly 2 years of trading because I was literally gambling. I didn't have a structure. I didn't have a process. That's what I didn't do. The value of people going to like these prop firms and trading on a trading floor is that you have a manager, you have a mentor, and they tell you what you can and can't do, and if you don't, you get fired and you leave. When you do it on your own, you're the boss of yourself, and most people don't have enough self-control to be able to handle the rules that they need to place on themselves. The only way you actually place rules on yourself is when you get exhausted of losing, exhausted of failure over and over and over again, and you just get fed up with it. Because the truth is, most people, including myself, we value our personal experience over the word of somebody else. So if I tell you, I'm going to tell you exactly what it's going to take to become a profitable trader, you won't do it. I mean, 90% of you, 95, 99% of you won't do exactly what I'm going to tell you to do until you try a different way first and realize that it doesn't work. That's just the truth, because you trust your own opinion more than the opinion of an expert, somebody that's already gone through it. So when you have that external pressure of, hey, I have to do what my boss tells me or I'm going to get fired, actually helps, actually has value. When you're your own boss, most people can't follow their own rules. All right, let's do our daily affirmation here. Market looks like it's about to ready to give us a change in state of delivery. And if it does that, I like the idea of it coming back up into this level here. Right there. So I want to see it do this. Boom, boom. If it can get here and not go higher, I'm not opposed to trying a short. But before we do that, let's do our daily affirmation. Our daily affirmation is based on how many likes do we got? Hey, give me 50 likes and we'll do our daily affirmation. Give me 50. That's 15 more. 15 more likes and we'll do our daily affirmation. Yeah, RMP, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's most people. All right, here's our affirmation for today, June 26th. Godliness with contentment is great gain. We know this, 1 Timothy 6:6. I do not measure this trading journey by money alone. I trade with peace, discipline, and a heart anchored in Christ. I refuse greed, comparison, and the pressure to chase more. What God has given me is enough, and I will steward it well. My gain is not just profit, but growth, contentment, and obedience. Amen. Amen. Take a screenshot of that if you want it. Now that we've broken this low, the next thing I want to do right now is analyze what's the likelihood that we run down to here. Okay? So let's start with the 4 hour and let's look at what we've done. We've swept this high and we've hit this 4 hour fair value gap. We have found support here. Is this just a small retracement followed by an expansion? That's how I see it. That's how I personally am seeing it. From a 1 hour perspective. Okay, 20 minutes left on this candle. Right now it's showing a wick here. It filled this hourly and we're staying inside of these down close candles so far. As long as we don't close above this, we're good, but there's 20 minutes left and I'm assuming we're gonna take a trade before that 20 minutes is up. Down to the 15 minute, okay? We have a 15-minute reversal trade right now in action as we speak. The entry would have been here. The algo trader is probably in this trade right now. There it is, right there. It's taking this trade to this low right now. That low is right here. Whoops. That low is the first presented fair value gap right here. That's the target right now. So if it can give me a retracement back up into here for my model, I'll jump in it, but it's already expanded and I don't know if it's going to give me an opportunity. That's what I want right here. Right there, I will take an entry if it gives it to us. My preference is this area up here, so I'm going to see how it engages with here, and then from there, make my decision. All right, so there's the quick tap. Do I want to try it, or what's the risk here? 86 points. I don't want to do that. I'm going to see if we can get higher. I'm going to see if we can get into that fair value gap right there. That would be my stop, 46 points. Targets here, 140. I like that. So that's the only way I'm going to take this trade. If it decides to turn right here, this is a valid entry point, but because I'm already green, I'm not going to be that aggressive. I'm going to wait and demand more from it before I take an entry. Because I don't want my loss to be 86 points, and I want my stop to be in a proper spot. This, I mean, that looks really good for an entry. I am expecting a lot here. If we're on the right side. If we're on the wrong side, then it's going to come up here and keep going. No, I'm not in a trade. You could take this inversion right here too. If it gives that inversion, you could take that too. No close. I'm not going to take the inversion. Like I said, I'm going to expect more. I want it to come here one last time before it runs. We got a new 15-minute candle now. Okay, so there's the new 15-minute candle. The thing, when it comes back up here, I want to make sure that we get a 1-minute change in state of delivery or even a 1-minute inversion. Once we do that, I don't need to take the entry up here. I want it to come up here and prove to me it doesn't want to go higher. So just like we could take this inversion, if we get another inversion here or here, I'll take that on the inversion. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. All right, we have reached this area. Let's see if we can get an inversion. If we can get an inversion in this general area, I'll be excited to take a trade. But I'm going to demand, well, we don't have any fair value gaps here. That stinks. I'm going to take an entry there. $4.13 is my target. We should see some big candles right here. No. You're welcome, Ken. If we can't make this low, that's not good. We can give it one more shot because it's not 11 yet. But the reason I didn't move my stop is because we didn't hit that low. Yeah, the only way you work through it, Kyle, is you set your stop and you set your target and you don't touch it. Now, there are some circumstances that I do, but when you're brand new, you need to learn to let it hit your stop loss. You're afraid of losing money, and it's what's going to keep you from not growing as a trader. You need to accept that you can lose money, accept that you could take a loss. I've already accepted that if I hit my stop loss, I will have lost my profit and go back to break even for the day. It actually will probably be about $30, $40 in the red. And I'm going to accept that. Are you? Are you willing to accept it? That's how you grow as a trader, is you set a set of rules and you let it go. Now, I'll move my stop as soon as we run the low. Because at that point, I don't want it to go back up. At that point, if it goes back up, we're probably running the high. Or if I see a 15-minute posture change. The posture here on the 15-minute is still perfect, still fine. Especially because this volume imbalance here and this fair value gap here hasn't been hit yet. Now, it doesn't need to hit this one. This could be a breakaway gap, sure. But is this a breakaway gap, or are we in a market maker sell model? That's why I think we're in a market maker sell model. Look, we even hit a breaker right here. Okay. So the higher context I like. Look at this. The hourly even closed inside of these down closed candles, gave us a large wick. Yeah, perfect. Exactly what I want to see if I want to see lower prices. Now, I could still be wrong. 4 hour. don't have enough context there. So I'm fine accepting the loss if it wants to go all the way back up here. And it could just be making a retracement to then go higher, and I could be wrong. But it's why I waited for my entry to be up here instead of down here, because I wanted to reduce my risk as much as possible and demand more from the trade. It's a great way to start. Don't have any more than 2 losses. I like it. It's whatever rules you want to do. The biggest thing is you following the rules. Everybody can have a different set of rules. It matters if you follow them. You'll learn very quickly if those rules are helpful if you follow them. You won't know if you don't follow them. But I can guarantee you, no matter what rules you place on yourself, as long as they're somewhat restrictive, you're going to get annoyed by those rules because they go against what your emotions want to do. They will always be annoying. For the most part. Come on, give me a break lower. Just, drop. I really don't want the inversion the other direction here. Looks like we're going to get an inversion to the upside. So there's the inversion to the upside. But because I'm wanting it to go lower, I can see the inversion to the upside failing, people trying to take the long, and then it aggressively goes against them. Higher time frame context is everything here, folks. Do you have days you don't feel like trading but still do it? No, you do not trade if you don't feel like it. It's completely, everything about trading is the opposite of what you learn and what you should do. You don't push through trading. What you do is you push through studying. All right, Steph? If you don't feel like trading, what you really need to put your focus and attention on is backtesting. Is studying that is where you won't want to do it. And you have to force yourself to do it. If you don't feel like trading, do not trade that day because your mind is not in the right space to be able to analyze a very dynamic market, and you need to be on point when you trade. Okay? That's how you need to look at it. Depends what you're trading, Clayton. If you're trading prop firms, you're probably risking 5%. If you're doing personal money, do 0.5. If you're starting with a very small batch, go to 1%, maybe even 2% so that you can make progress. But it's almost impossible with a very small personal account to have a 1% risk. It's almost impossible. I've tried. It's extremely difficult. You have to risk more on a very small account. I might end up closing this trade early because I have to go pick up my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, from the airport. And I should have been leaving at 10 o'clock, but I've been in this trade. Yeah, when you're first starting out, you should be on demo only, to be honest with you. Come on, give me a lower low here. I need the lower low to confirm my confirm my stop loss movement. And honestly, I think I really have to go. I'm gonna go ahead and close it. I'm closing it, guys. I'm closing it. I closed it. I'm out of the trade. Do what you will. I closed it because I have to go. So I'm up $186 on the day for my funded accounts. I'm going to head out here. If it goes against me, I still wouldn't have. So for those, just for analysis wise, while you guys are watching, here's what I would do. I would not move my stop to break even until we run this level. Okay. So now with that in mind, if it comes back up here, that's okay. Keep your stop loss at this swing high, anchored at 10.34. You should be fine. And move your stop loss after you hit here. Target this low or the fair value gap sitting right beneath it. Okay, that's where my target is the fair value gap right beneath it. It's probably going to hit. I just have to go. So with that, guys, hey, what I'm saying here is what I teach inside the academy every single day. We have the 30-day roadmap, and we have the academy, over 50 videos, and it also includes a Discord for you to ask questions as you go through the learning process. So if you want to learn more, you can check out the link down in the description. Would love to have you guys be a part of that academy, be part of the Christian-based community that we are building. We would love it. So with that, guys, have a wonderful weekend. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.